dude, getting drafted, Tampa Bay, Tom Brady, the goat of all goats, is there. What was it like playing with Tom? You see the relationship break up with the Patriots. He comes down. Everyone's like, this is the middle of the conversation. Was it Bill Belichick or Tom Brady? We obviously know the end and the answer to that conversation now. But going into that building and seeing the greatest to ever do it, what was it like being his teammate and knowing that, like, I have to block for him? I know he gets it out fast, but if I give up a sack, like, I could kill him.
Yeah, talk about nightmare fuel, dude. It was that's what they told me like when they called me on draft night. Like, you ready to protect Tom Brady? And I was like, what?
Shit, really?
I was like, you got to be kidding me. But no, like blocking for Tom was incredible. I remember like I had Shaq Barrett and JPP like my first training camp, and they were just cooking me. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm cut out for this. Um, and it was Tom told me he just pulled me aside. He said, "Don't get beat fast and don't get beat inside, and we'll be okay." And I was like, sounds good, you know. And I remember trying to break it down like as simple as possible. I was like, just stay in front of the guy. Like, you know, if you're gonna lose, like die a slow death, you know, just be an athlete. I was just trying to keep him upright because, like obviously, like you know, you get him hit hard, and I was like, I don't want to be the one to end Tom Brady's career. You know, which it turns out it was like, you know, last play of Tom's career, I gave up a sack. That's gonna stick with me for the rest of my life. That's haunting. But getting to play with Tom was unbelievable. You know, just coming in and watching him work and getting to be in that huddle was like playing a video game. It was Tom, Gronk, AB, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Julio Jones, like Leonard Fournette. Like it was insane just being in that huddle. Um, but it was unbelievable. Like that's all I can say about it. It was like to this day, looking back on it, like it doesn't feel real. Like it just getting to, you know, I got to play with Tom Brady, you know, the greatest football player of all time. It was just crazy.
What was it like mentally for a young guy when, you know, Tom gives you that advice, but throughout the season, I'm sure there were a couple moments to where you got beat pretty good or Tom gets hit. Like what's going through your mental state when looking back and seeing like Tom laying on the ground, like, oh shit, am I about to get coached up hard here? I kind of hate going into the facility on Monday to watch the film with everybody.
Yeah, it was my fourth game playing the Bears, and I was like all week. I'm like, I got Khalil Mack out there. I was like, this is gonna be, you know, this is gonna be tough.
Yeah.
And it was COVID Thursday night football, and it's the play where he like flipped me afterwards. And I'm in my head after it happened, I was like, no, you know, nobody saw it. No one's in the stands. Like, we're fine. And then immediately after I had that thought, I was like, it's COVID. It's Thursday night football. Everyone in the world's watching. And I remember getting to the locker room after the game, and my buddy texted me, said, it's not that, he said, it wasn't that bad, bro. And I was like, okay, so it looked terrible. So that was, yeah, that was the sack I gave up my rookie year. And that still sticks with me.
You say the sack. How many sacks did you give up your rookie year?
One.
Oh, that is fire.
I mean, that's not just fire. That's absolutely incredible to be a rookie in the NFL and to give up only one sack the entire time.
Yeah. And it happened in game 4s. Like, are you just walking up to Tom like, hey, are you just apologizing?
Yeah.
You're just saying, hey, that's my bad.
Picking him up on the ground. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Tom was known for being like, obviously the ultimate competitor, but like a hothead, especially in practice.
Yeah.
What's the worst ass chewing you ever saw Tom Brady give somebody? Keep in mind, he's retired now. Like no one's coming to get you. Your PR team's probably looking at you right now. Like, you better be smart.
They're behind the table.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
And I'm just letting them know, and you know, it's all good at this point.
No, to be honest, I don't remember any individual ass chewings. I remember in training camp one year. It might have been my second year. We were just having, you know, it's one of the like the dog is a training camp. It's 3 on, 1 off now, but it's, you know, we're in the middle of training camp. And in Tampa, you know, it's disgustingly hot. You know, it's having a slow day and nothing's going right. And I remember he just starts screaming, and he gets this tone in his voice, like this pitch that he gets to when he gets really mad. And it's like, it's terrifying. And then he just takes the ball and punts it. Like, you know, we got the fans, you know, the fans are all there, and he's just going on this rant, just screaming, just kind of like at nobody really, but just yelling to yell, and just kicks the ball across the field. And we're all kind of just like, do we keep going, or like, you know, we're in the middle of a rack,
Yeah.
like get a good ball in here, like, But I don't really remember any specific ass chewings. Like that was his thing when he came in. He's like, he didn't. I remember him saying, he's like, it's not about me. He's like, because there were still, we still had like, Levante, Will Golston, like Vita, like all these older guys, Mike, that were. He's like, it's your guys' team. Like I just want to help us win. So he never really singled anyone out that I can remember. If he did, he might have done it kind of off to the side or in private. Like I remember Shaq Barrett beat me faster than I've ever been beat before, and just kind of tagged off on top, like ran right by him. He pulled me to the side, and he just kind of looked at me. I was like, all right, I was like, I got you, Tom.
Yeah, dude.
He just gave me a little look. I was like, yeah, that's fair.
I'm sure that look felt like it was like 3 hours long, dude.
Yeah, just eyes just glued. You're like, okay, like I remember as a young player, like I was like scared to make eye contact with him. But yeah, that was scary.
I was scared to make eye contact. It had to be a fun personality of an offensive room too. Because you got Tom, you got the savvy old wise, the GOAT.
Yeah.
You got Tristan, who's just a new guy trying to figure it out. You got Mike Evans, known for playing video games, being an absolute stud. You also got, we've had him on the bus before, but Leonard Fournette,
who's his own unique personality. Yeah. And then Gronk as well.
Yeah.
Like it's a crazy group of boys out there.
Yeah.
It was wild. It was a wild time.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
You were on the field when AB dipped during the Jets game. Yeah.
I was. Yeah.
Were you?
We didn't know what was like. The offense was out on the field, so like we're doing like a 2-minute drive before half, and AB was doing that on the sideline, and I've seen clips of it. Like Mike was trying to get him to like stay, and we get in at halftime, and BA was like, AB's gone, like he left you guys. And we're like, what? We're like, what's going? Like, what happened? And then after the game, like we see on Twitter and everything that he just dipped. Yeah, that was wild. That was really crazy.
Yeah, and so BA Bruce is handling this at halftime, saying, "Hey, he dipped on you guys."
He's like, he's not a Buccaneer. Like we're like okay, like what? And obviously everyone on the sideline knew what went on, but like we were literally in a 2-minute drive. Like we had no idea.
Yeah, but I'm sure after the game, like you're on the bus.
Yeah.
You go to the airport and you're like pulling like Mike or somebody aside, being like, bro, what happened out there?
Yeah.
Like, what was their vantage point? They're like, yo, he just started freaking out and dipped.
It was something about catches, like not getting enough catches. And I remember Mike going over to him, like trying to take it, like AB's like in the middle of like trying to take his pads off, and Mike's like trying to hold his pads on. And then in the clip too, Mike is like, he's like, okay, whatever, I can't. I was like, I can't deal with this right now. And then he jogs off. That was insane.
That's fucking wild, bro.
That's crazy.
Just hyping up the crowd.
Yeah.
That's just so nuts, dude.